It's the battle of the verses. The battle of the verses. It's the battle of the verses. It's the battle of the verses.
Welcome to motherfucker
Battle of the Verses.
where we pick a side and we stay on it.
Yeah, well, that's guaranteed.
What are you defending today?
Well, I'm defending arguably the best African American comic book character of all time, Blade.
And
Who are you
I'm defending maybe the best African American comic book character of all time, Spawn.
Let me just get on your level real quick. All right. Just had to do that because versus, you know what I'm saying? I can't let him be the only sunglass guy today. Blade always wears sunglasses.
Listen, let's just get this out of the way. We all know Spawn is infinitely better and more interesting and complex of a character than Blade is.
You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor.
Blade is simple, one note, we get it.
Blade is the key. All our strengths, none of our weaknesses.
There are worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
Spawn has depth, there's morality to his character. He's way more sympathetic than Blade is. I love both, but I just think Spawn is infinitely cooler and his backstory is way better than Blade's. So, Blade, who is he? What's going on with him?
You're talking about Eric Brooks?
I don't think a lot of people know. I think everybody knows Al Simmons, but I don't think a lot of people know who Eric Brooks is.
Well, I will say this, though, about both, right? And this is not to defend Blade or make fun of yours. I'm just saying that this is a really good matchup for many reasons.
Okay.
But you can argue that they actually both started off as human.
Yep.
And then became something else. Now you're gonna hear people say, no, well, Blade was never, he wasn't born yet. He got bit by his mom when she was about to give birth and by a vampire, so that's why he became half and half. But it's both African American.
Yep.
And both were human kind of at one point. I think that's a good starting scenario for two verses.
I think it's a great matchup.
It's a great matchup.
I agree with you on that. I just think the story of Spawn is way more deep and has a lot more going on than Blade. Blade, bit by a vampire. Okay, I'm gonna hunt vampires, right? Spawn, you're like, oh my God, he was this CIA fucking assassin who was killing people and working for the government organizations, and then he got a fucking moral backbone, and he's like, wait, I'm doing fucked up shit. I'm killing all these fucking people. I can't do this anymore. His boss fucking burns him.
See you in hell, Al.
Gets sent to hell, then makes a deal with the devil just so he can come back to fucking Earth and see his wife and little girl again. I mean, if you can't admire a character that does that, I don't know who you're gonna fucking admire. And he comes back from hell just to fucking reunite with his wife, Wanda, and his daughter, Cyan, just one more time. And you wanna feel a little bit more bad for him? His best friend is fucking his wife.
Jesus.
How could you marry Wanda? How could you?
What does that have to do?
What the fuck?
What does that have to do with him being a good character?
That's how much he has to go through and how much he endures and how much he overcomes the adversity that he has dealt with his entire life. And now he overcomes it and still says, fuck the devil. I'm not leading your army. I am gonna go fight on the side of good with the fucking angel side. Spawn is fucking badass. Blade, kill a couple vamps.
Oh, first of all,
dude, pay your taxes. You know what I'm saying?
A couple, Mikey. Well, here's the thing. Your guy is badass. I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not gonna discount that.
Okay.
Spawn's always been badass.
Okay.
But his story ends there. It's almost like, everything you just told me, you just wrapped it up, and I go, okay, so that's the story of Spawn, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrap up Blade, do it.
Never ending because because infinite amount of vampires on Earth.
But
He's
Spawn is
always
never
hunting.
ending. But Spawn is fighting for the good side. He's killing like child molesters and fucked up people, dude. That's what Spawn's doing.
Sure.
He's fighting for the good side. He made a
Okay.
deal to lead the army, Satan's army.
Yeah.
And then he said, no, fuck you. And he found a way to fucking finagle out of that, came back up to Earth, and then fighting with the good side, the angel, like the guy that he meets in the movie. I forgot his name.
Sure.
Like, so there's a fucking forever onslaught of bad people that he can kill.
All right, good versus evil. Good versus
doesn't
evil
end.
always. Okay, all
Doesn't
right, all
end,
right,
dude,
all right.
okay?
Well, neither does mine, though, because there's millions of vampires and they're constantly turning more people.
Okay.
Blade can regenerate. Blade has all of the vampire strength without none of their weakness, and that was awesome back then. Oh, he has all the strengths of the vampires, but none of their weaknesses. The only downfall is, he needs blood every once in a
Well,
while.
I was gonna say, yeah.
he needs blood, but that makes him. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
He's not perfect. So you're
Yeah.
going, oh, there is a dark underbelly of Blade. He's not. Yes, he's out there to protect me if there's a fucking Dracula or vampire around, but he also needs blood. But he tries his best with the serum. He tries his best. Sometimes he needs it, Mikey. We've seen it. He needs blood.
Yeah, it's a
But
weakness. It's a weakness, though. It's a weakness, man. Oop.
Okay, I'll give you that. Did I just knock that? I'll give you that. All right. It is a weakness.
I'm just saying, it's
No,
a
it is
weakness. Yeah, your argument was okay about like, hey, no one's perfect. You know, I get it. But Spawn is almost perfect, okay? He has a symbiotic suit that literally can do anything.
This freak stuff's gonna come in handy when I get my hands on Wen.
Dude, he could throw chains, right? Faster than bullets. Faster than bullets.
Allegedly.
The powers, I think on powers alone, Spawn is better. I think on powers alone, listen, if we're talking like who's hotter, it's obviously Blade.
Oh, of course. Wesley Snipes in your mind. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely. His powers are so beyond Blade's powers. I don't think it's a match at all when it comes to powers. Yeah.
Blade is great hand-to-hand combat. Martial artist is fantastic with the sword made out of adamantium, by the way. Same thing as Wolverine's fucking claws. But it's very Superman-like. Not the character Superman. What I'm saying is he's just a man, part vampire, and that's his capabilities, is as much as that body can do.
I think he's making my point for me.
It was my biggest fucking point. I'm so sorry, man. You got me on powers, so I'm giving you a huge point on powers.
All right, yeah. And I think I'm going to tell you right now, guys, this is the first episode you're watching, this is only our second episode of this, but we put out a poll, okay? Little Instagram poll, and so the people can vote. So that's going on right now, and we will check at the end of the episode to see what the people think, okay?
Sure.
I think in that sense, I have a disadvantage because of Blade in pop culture is way better represented, like you said.
Sure.
The movies are better.
Sure.
It's more known. Spawn, it's kind of a little bit of a subculture.
Right.
You got to either really be into comics,
Right.
or really be into cheap 90s horrible effects movies.
Sure.
And luckily, I'm the latter, so I love Spawn.
Right.
I really do think Spawn is better than Blade, and I think
All
you
around.
really think Blade is better than Spawn.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this one is a really, like, this is not
It
for the
is.
show. I really think Spawn's better. You really think Blade's better.
I do.
Yeah.
And you know what? But I hate to say it, though, but it's because of pop culture is why I feel so confident, though.
Exactly.
Right? It's
you
like-
need other people to tell you how good your character is. I get it. I totally get that.
Yes, I do love Blade. Okay, I love him since day one. I was mesmerized by the first time I saw him on screen, as I'm sure a lot of people were. But there's just something about, he's the best vampire story killer there is. I can't think of anybody better.
Van Helsing.
No,
the chick from Underworld.
not better. No.
How many other hell spawns can you name who come back to reunite with their family while also slaying bad dudes? I don't think you can name a one. Okay?
Right, because Hellboy was always from hell, so that's a good point. It's got to be, yeah, it's a good point.
Spawn is so original. It's so unique. It's unlike, and that's why I don't think the movie worked, because it was so out there and the effects, it was just not ready for 1990s. It just wasn't. So the mythology behind Spawn to me is so cool when you're talking like heaven and hell and angels and demons and coming back from hell and trying to reunite with your family and having this morality aspect to it. Plus, let's talk about the way these guys look. Blade looks cool. I get it. You got the cool cut in the back, and you got the fucking sunglasses and shit, you know?
The fucking sword.
I think Spawn is one of the best designed anti-heroes or comic book characters ever. I really do. I think he is so well designed. The way his visual presence looks to mix with the visual powers that he has, so well incorporated with each other, and the chains and the thing on his face and the cape. It's all so well done, and it's never changed that much through the years that it's a staple. You see that Spawn mask, you're like, oh, Spawn. You know, to me, it's not even a question who visually looks better.
It is tough. However, I just think the cool factor goes to Blade. I think the cool factor goes to Blade. You're telling me
Blade's pretty cool.
Blade's pretty cool, thank you. But when he first shows up on screen, especially in the first movie, it's one of the most iconic vampire movie shots of all. Look, he's African American, but he's all in black. Everyone else around him is red, and there's just nothing touching him, and he's just standing out so cool. It's a way cooler shot than anything I've seen in the movie Spawn.
Okay, I rewatched that Blade scene. You know, it's a fine introduction.
Oh my! It's one of the best introductions to a
very 90s.
No, but it's one of the best. It's one of the best introductions,
listen,
Mikey.
Very 90s.
To any
okay,
comic book character ever.
Very 90s. It doesn't. I love Blade, but you know, I get it. Yeah, people are raving in the club. I understand it. It's raining blood. He's killing. Cool. All right, I get it. You know, but Spawn, and then you have the clown.
No more clowning around.
The Violator?
Has nothing to do with his argument.
Of course it does, because he is the one who's supposed to like look over and watch Spawn and make sure that he's doing the bidding of the devil.
Okay.
And he fucking says fuck you to the Violator and winds up one-upping him.
What does that have to do with the? Oh, you're saying just because of what he has to, Okay.
I'm making an argument for my character. I'm making an argument for my character that he can beat demons and the devil and just anything. Anything.
You're gonna pay for this. It's not over yet.
He has the moral will to. Blade's almost like a hired gun. He's almost like a mercenary. You know,
but no one's hiring him.
No, I know. I'm saying he's almost like a mercenary. That's why I said almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could hire him to go kill some vampires and whatever, and he's kind of this. Spawn is like a legend. Spawn is someone who you see in the shadows, in the darkness, on top of a building with the cape blowing. And you're like, what the fuck? Blade, you just kind of see him walking in an alley with a little trench coat and maybe in a gay club or something.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You never know. It's not as powerful. Spawn is an image. It's iconic. Blade had a good movie and a good actor.
2 good movies.
Doing it. But the character itself, yeah, Blade's fine. But when you're putting it up against a legend like Spawn, oh, dude, it doesn't even compare.
See, but I think Blade's more legendary.
No, I think you're dairy.
I think you are. I think you're milk.
I think I'm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read out these abilities really quick, and it's to make a point, okay? Blade abilities: master martial artist, fantastic, right? Skilled swordsman, highly knowledgeable about vampire lore. Superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, enhanced senses, accelerated healing. Immunity to both vampire bites and vampire hypnosis. Slowed aging, ability to sense supernatural creatures at any time, Mikey. Your guy just has his suit.
The guy's suit.
He just has his suit. It's almost like the Captain America argument. Well, he's only there because he got injected. Your guy's only there because he had to go through hell.
Your dude's only there because his fucking mother is an idiot and got bit by a vampire.
You can't blame her for that.
Blade did shit. Dude, Spawn was a good dude, was a Marine, was a fucking CIA agent, a fucking assassin who got a moral backbone, then gets killed by his fucking corrupt boss and burned alive and sent to hell, and then fucking comes back only to reunite with his wife. And by the time he reunites his wife, he sees that his best friend is banging his fucking wife. Holy shit. And still doesn't give up. And doesn't say, all right, I'm just going to go lead the devil's army. Get the suit. The suit is part of him. It's like Venom. He can't just take the suit off and he's fine. The suit is part of him, dude.
Sure.
It's not just the Captain America suit.
But
it's a fucking part of him.
But he needs
it. He can't take it off.
But he needs it.
But he can't take it off.
But he needs it to be Spawn.
Blade needs blood to fucking drink.
No, not true. He has the serum.
The serum can fucking...
The serum works.
What if you run out?
Then he's gonna have to go to cattle.
No, I'm just saying, he has a fucking,
all right,
such a weak crutch. Blade has such a weak crutch that he needs to fucking have blood in him or take that serum or else he's gonna fucking twitch out like a dope head.
Well, until he kills. But here's the thing, though. You're forgetting, it's not that he was just born a half vampire.
He's even half, he's not even full vamp,
What does that do with anything? So
he's
what?
not even full vamp.
Your guy was human, too.
I know, but now he's full demon slayer
full suit.
Spawn.
He's a full hell suit.
He's not. He's got Freddy Krueger face. He's fucking
the suit in order to be Spawn.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He has it, so it doesn't matter. He has it.
All right. So, but Blade was born half and half. He could have very easily, Mikey, just went the vamp route.
No way.
What are you talking about?
All those movies, they never accept the half breeds. They never accept the half breeds.
No. Not even about acceptance. He could have just went out and said, "Fuck it, I'm only killing people."
But he won't be accepted into the vampire.
Who cares? That's
what
good.
Do you mean?
That's good
Bro,
for him.
Stop. In 90% of vampire movies, you have to be a part of the vampire society. There's a hierarchy. That's
if you
how
want to be a vampire.
That's how. And you're
he
saying
doesn't want to be.
But you're saying if he was going to be a vampire, I was saying he didn't have a choice.
No, because everyone else was bitten after him. He literally was born a vampire.
But you're missing my point, dude.
Okay.
They joined in the ranks of the hierarchy.
Sure.
Blade could not even have done that. You're saying that he had a choice. He wouldn't have been accepted. That's
Why
my
not?
point. Because he's half.
But he was born it. That's
But
a big
he's
difference
half.
between someone and fucking Steven Dorff gets bit later in life.
But they're full. That's my
they're
point.
not. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're full vamp.
Yeah, but that's a weakness on their part.
No.
Blade is way stronger than a vampire.
You're missing my point,
No, but
bro.
I do see what you're saying, though.
Blade did not have a choice. He couldn't have went just to be a vampire and kill people.
Of course he could.
No, because he won't be accepted into the vampire hierarchy.
He doesn't need to be accepted by anybody.
But of course he does. That's my point.
He doesn't need to be accepted by shit.
Of course, or else the vampires are gonna fucking
Do what?
throw him to the. They'll fucking get rid of him.
Send him to fucking Ireland.
They'll
where he
kill
just
him.
kills
What do you
people.
mean?
Yeah, it's not gonna happen,
Dude. Vampires.
That didn't happen once in any of the movies.
If we're talking werewolves, I agree because werewolves don't have a hierarchy and like an organization. Every vampire movie, there's a fucking hierarchy, organization, someone who's leading it. Always, dude. Right? There's always that. Come on, right?
Yeah.
So, Blade would never have been able to be accepted, so he was always going to be a lone wolf, okay? It's harder to survive as a lone wolf either way. So I don't think that point is valid that you're giving him points for choosing the route of the half-human way.
Well, because that just shows that he has morals.
Well, I agree. It shows he has
Sure.
morals, but I don't think it's a big point is what I'm trying to say.
I think it is.
I think morally,
Sure.
Spawn is infinitely more moral than Blade is. Infinitely.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Blade's got a little fucking attitude to him, you know what I'm saying?
For sure, but because he knows he has this stigma. So the stigma is a downfall. I understand. He needs blood. He can't just sit in a room for fucking 30 days. I get that.
Yeah?
I get it. I get it. But,
No, but you have to kill people. That's the problem.
He needs blood. Look, there's ways of getting blood.
No.
There's ways of getting blood without killing people. Get a donor bag.
How do they do it in the movie or the comics,
Well,
you know?
how do the bad guys do it?
No. How does Blade do it?
He has to kill people. Makes him a more interesting character. Conflict. There's a conflict. There's a conflict of character.
People.
That's fine. He's gonna have to.
What?
He's gonna have to
You
survive.
just said Blade is more moral than Spawn, and he's killing people.
Okay. Has Spawn ever killed an innocent
Wrap it up.
person?
Yes, but he Mikey.
Oh, the plot thickens, everybody, in the Battle of the Verses.
He changed. That's the whole point of the character.
Okay.
Blade does not change because he can't.
Well, hold on.
That's my point.
Hold on. But even he didn't just go back to humans and he's like, oh my God, I'm going back to humans and this is my thing now.
But he will always go back to that.
He will always need blood
That's
the
the
serum.
Point. But that's the point.
But again,
He's
the
trying.
bad guys make blood bags, basically, right?
He's trying.
He doesn't need the blood bags, right?
He's trying.
He can just, I'll fucking donate to him every day. It's fine.
No, but I'm just saying the whole arc of Spawn is that he did kill innocent people sometimes by accident. He was an assassin, so he didn't know. Then he goes, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck you. And then gets killed for it and burned alive and then gets sent to hell and loses his wife and his fucking kid. Then the rest of the time, he is so moral that he's getting revenge on the bad guys and he's also going to kill pedophiles and, you know, drug dealers and all these bad people.
So
right?
did he not kill any innocent people after becoming Spawn?
Nope.
Ever?
Nope.
Comic books,
None.
nothing?
Nothing. Wow. Nope. That's the whole arc of Spawn, is that, from what I know, we're not experts.
We are not.
That's his whole arc, is that he fights for the side of good now, even though he's a hellspawn. And that is awesome. You have this evil, dark imagery, this fucking crazy person who should be this horrible demon figure. No, he's actually, quote unquote, angel figure. And that is fantastic. He did not lose his humanity, still loves his wife, Wanda, and then his daughter Cyan, and fuck his best friend with the goatee who fucked his wife because you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, the guy from Cutting Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, dude, I get it. But so Blade is morally correct too, though. He is.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Is.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're both bad. I'm not saying they're both.
Okay, you're saying your guy's more moral. Okay,
That's it.
all
I'm
right.
saying the moral of the story. You know what I mean?
Does my guy, is he going to slip every once in a while? Does he have to get blood? Doesn't mean he's going to kill the person.
No,
Maybe he
I
can
know.
drain them. It's fine, but it's fine.
course.
I get it.
I'm just saying, man.
It's not good. I understand.
You could be walking down the street and the guy who you're defending could literally be like, "Fuck, I'm fiending right now. I'm gonna die."
He has more constraint.
Mikey, he'll grab you off the street.
He has more constraint than that.
He will grab you off the
Not
street
true.
and bite your neck.
No, he won't, because Whistler's going to be like, Blade!
Whistler's fucking dead.
Walk the fuck away.
Listen, both of our guys are doing good things.
Sure,
I agree on that. That's
sure,
why
and I'll agree on that.
That's why we're putting them up against each other, because they are great
Yes.
characters. They're great comparison. They're just fantastic, you know?
Yeah.
I just think at the end of the day, Spawn is infinitely more interesting and has way more going on than Blade does.
Like this.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think I won this one. Badass, evil, awesome Spawn. He's a hell Spawn who fights for the good of people now. It's one of the best comeback stories, one of the best underdog stories. It's so awesome, and for me, the imagery is fantastic. The way he looks, the mythology, the lore behind him, and how he just will not say yes to evil.
You won't lead my army, then you must die.
Honestly, dude, I'm just going to say at the end of the day, I think that Blade looks... I'm going to say that Blade looks cooler...
Keep using this word.
Overall.
Cooler? I don't think you... Are you trying to say
He looks-
worse?
I feel like you're starting to say a word and you're not finishing it.
Cooler...
You're trying to say worse. Okay.
Everyone knows
I
him
get it.
because he is the vampire hunter. Fuck Buffy, fuck everybody else. He is the vampire hunter worldwide. You take a poll, people go, oh, Blade, wherever you are. Blade's the guy.
I get it.
The movies are out there for a reason. I think the character, because he's a vampire hunter, is just gonna live forever.
So
They're gonna
played out, though.
But it's not, though.
The vampire hunter is so played out,
he's
dude.
a half vamp.
But it
that
doesn't-
makes a
Mike,
big difference. It
who
makes a big
gives a
difference.
fuck?
A lot of people, because it's just because honestly,
No one gives a fuck.
No, people do though. Because
Vampire hunters are so played
no,
out. It's
because
played out.
no, because
Played out.
no, hold on, because any other vampire is, I gotta do what's right. I was, God picked me to kill all the vamps. No. This is one who said, oh my God, my mom was bit when she was pregnant. I'm a half vamp. I have this disability. I'm gonna turn it around and I'm gonna fucking take out what the world is just fearing of, and they're fucking everywhere, Mikey. In that world, they're everywhere.
This is my last point, and I think it solves it. These two guys met. Blade goes down, just like the sign, in a second.
Because
in
of
a
because of a
second.
fucking Venom symbiotic suit.
I only brought up the powers just for my closing argument.
Yeah, the
I'm
powers,
just saying,
the fucking powers. I get it, dude.
he will murder Blade in a second and break those sunglasses in half.
Well, your guy can't die.
And, you know,
I get it, dude. He can't die because he's dead. I
can't
get
die-
it.
Oh, he's a zombie Spawn too? He's like, Blade, Spawn is so awesome. Spawn is amazing.
Your guy's cool. My guy just has a better cool factor, and it's been known for
The one word,
40 years.
See, I don't even know if I can agree that Blade is cooler than Spawn. I don't know. Like if he walks into a party, yeah, Blade's cooler.
Blade pops the glasses on, gives
get
a little
it.
smirk. What does your guy do? Nothing,
No.
because he has the fucking thing over him, and he's just.
No, I'm saying in a
In
party.
his fucking suit with his wings.
No, in a party, Blade's cooler. I get it. Like,
so then-
like at a fashion show, Blade's cooler.
Blade's
I'll
cooler
give it to you.
anywhere. Name me somewhere where Spawn's cooler.
What?
Name me somewhere where Spawn's cooler outside of hell.
In a battle?
What kind of battle?
Any
Rap
give me
battle?
Any
Rap
battle you
battle.
want. Rap battle, fucking dance battle, anything. Blade Spawn's way cooler.
You said-
Spawn is cooler in every scenario.
Keep that part in though, where he said Blade.
Spawn is cooler in every scenario besides a fashion show.
It's just
That's
him.
it. Besides his fashion show. What?
It's just him and his fucking
Bro, when that
story.
mask comes over, pff, you're like, what? And the cape goes up. You're like, dude, that's cool. He's just one of the coolest looking superheroes ever.
You know what? Let's just go to the fucking polls. This is
You ready?
I can't
Yeah?
do this anymore. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
we're gonna go to the polls, guys. We are gonna go to the polls. We're gonna see what you guys thought of Spawn versus Blade. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Again?
Hey, look, the people are right. You know, you gave a lot of
Guys!
valid points, but
Guys!
the people.
Spawn. What was it? 71% to
Yeah.
fucking 29%?
It's not over yet.
Jesus Christmas,
But
man.
I will say this. This is a positive.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. I don't want to hear it.
You do want to hear this positive because it has to do with the show.
Fuck.
Way more people voted, even more than last week. So thank you guys, and thank you for picking my side.
Shut.
It's the battle of the verses. The battle of the verses. It's the battle of the verses. It's the battle of the verses.
What do you think about a little head, huh?